Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Samaya, and this is
Morgan,
my bestie / roommate. Today we're going to be doing a kiss and tell video. I haven't done one in a while, and this is my first kiss and tell video that I'm doing with a guest. Yay! This came requested by one of my smoochies. I don't know if she wants her name out there, and I really don't want to butcher your name, but you know who you are. She requested that we do an advice column and expand on my first time story. So she wanted us to kind of talk about sex in college and losing your virginity and that sort of thing, and the type of men to look out for and dating and that sort of thing in college. So we're gonna do an advice thing about that. It is not scripted, so we're just gonna roll with it as natural as we possibly can, and we hope that you guys enjoy this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel while you're here, and we can go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to talk about is coming to college as a virgin. So since I came to college as a virgin, I'll kind of expand on that, and then we can also talk about coming to college in a relationship. Okay, so I came to college and I was a virgin, as you guys saw in my story time kiss and tell about my first time. Coming to college as a virgin was not really scary because I had been a virgin for so long. I wore a period ring and I was really strong in that. As you guys saw in that story time, when I did finally decide to have sex, it was with someone I was in a long-term committed relationship with and whom I was in love with. And we're still great friends to this day. The only thing about being a virgin in college is you feel like you're like one in a million, but that is totally not true. A lot of people just don't broadcast, their sex life that early, saying like, I'm a virgin or I'm not a virgin. It's not really broadcasted. One thing that you do find a lot is people coming to college who are virgins who try to lose their virginity on purpose, because of the fact that they feel that everybody in college is exploring their sexuality, and so they say, well, I don't want to be a virgin in college and nobody else is, and so they try to lose their virginity. But that's just a perception, because there's a lot more virgins in college than we all think. So there's a little bit of pressure out there, but it's just like the normal everyday life that you experience in high school. So it's really nothing to worry about. Stand your ground if you're not ready to have sex, and that's pretty much all there is to it. So let's talk about coming to college in a relationship.
So coming to college in a relationship, I came to college with my boyfriend. We were together at that time. We were together for I think 2 years, or I think 3 years, and we were together for a majority of our time in high school, and then we came to college together. And I remember being like, oh, this is a person that I'm in love with. I was not a virgin. We had been started, exploring that side of our relationship in high school, and we were both in love with each other. And I did think that we were going to get married and everything, especially since, okay, we've been together through high school. We are not at the same university. Like, everything's gonna be smooth sailing and everything. But what actually ended up happening was that the college was the point of where our relationship was like make or break. Like, it was very difficult. We were literally trying to play like we were grown and trying to, make things work in a situation where we honestly should have been focused mainly on school and our own selves, because we were really too young to even try to put that much pressure on each other. Everybody's different though. I know people who have been together for 7 years through high school, college, all that, 10 years, whatever. But for us in our particular relationship, it wasn't meant to be. And we ended up breaking it off after we both went back home for a period of time. And now I'm back at the university, and he's actually going to a different school. And so that's just my relationship. That's what happened with me. What I would say is that the most difficult thing was that we were so young and we were trying to figure out, this is our very first year at a university away from home. We were trying to figure out our own selves, and that was hard enough, and trying to be successful in college, and that was hard enough, and then added to that was our relationship, and we were just too young and immature for that. So ended up that wasn't a good idea to come to college in a relationship. Like, it was set in stone when it wasn't. So yeah. That's all.
Yeah, so, but we both lost our virginities to our long-term boyfriend. She lost her virginity to the person she...
I loved him. He loved me.
Unfortunately, that doesn't happen like that for everyone. Some people lose their virginities in one night with a person and never speak again. Some people lose their virginities with someone that they talk to for a while, but, you know, it doesn't last long and they aren't cool afterwards. You know, it just doesn't happen like that. So we don't want to get the illusion of a fairy tale ending.
Yeah.
You know, it just so happened we lost our virginities to our best friends. You know what I'm saying? And we're still really, really close with those people.
Yeah.
But that's we don't want to like make it like a fairy tale type of thing because it doesn't always end that way. So don't assume that it will, and don't be disappointed if it doesn't. So let's talk about casual sex. We talked about the relationship side, but we both also have been single in college. And for me, after my relationship, my long-term relationship, I didn't have sex with anyone for a year. And then when I finally did, it was a one-night stand. I'm ashamed to say it was with a friend. We're not even friends no more. We don't even speak anymore. But it was really just like, you know, I had been with this one person for so long, and that was who I knew, and that's who I was comfortable with and intimate with for years. And then I just wanted to experience something else and see what else was out there. So that's kind of what happened, and I kind of went into the realm of casual sex for a little bit. Didn't last long because I'm a hopeless romantic and I'm a monogamous person at heart. So that didn't last long for me. I don't find much comfort in that. But I did try that out for a while.
Yeah, man. I mean, mine's is not that much different.
Yeah, so
it's kind of like after you're in a long relationship and you've been faithful and you've been like, you know, you've been with this one person that you know and love for a very long time, and then now you're out of that, you're like out of your element. Like, you're just like, well, I guess I'll go and do this and that. Like, that's how I was. Like, I was like, I guess I'll go and have a good time since I'm free.
Yeah,
like,
basically,
you know, I'm free now. So I did have sex with more than one. Not a one-night stand after my long-term relationship. That was like before, but yeah.
Yeah. So, as far as that goes with, you know, sexual partners and stuff in college, I wasn't having sex with people on my campus. I'm not gonna lie.
And we're talking about oral sex too, right? Like, to me, oral sex,
in general,
even if it's not penetration, I feel like that's sex.
Yeah, any type of sexual act with some intimacy, period.
Yeah.
That's basically what we're talking about. And yeah, I steered clear from Tuskegee students just because, one, I didn't want my business out there, and two, well, like, really it was made so just because I didn't want my business out there. I still had goals and things that I wanted to achieve at my college, and I wanted my peers to look at me and still respect me in a certain way, and I didn't want, you know, my sexual freedom at the time to be perceived in the wrong way or talked about amongst strangers or people who really didn't know me or understand. And I also didn't want to have to look people in the face every day if I didn't want to deal with them anymore. Like, I didn't want to have to like go to classes and see them in the hallway all the time and stuff like that. So I didn't really deal with students on my campus.
It's hard when you're a female. It's hard, in my opinion, it's harder when you're a female and you like are comfortable with your sexuality and you're comfortable with, you know, having sex, you know, consensual sex. Like, it's harder for a female than for a male because people judge females.
Yeah, there's
like,
a stigma attached.
There's a stigma attached, like, oh, you're a slut, you're this, you're that. Yeah. And honestly, you're just like everybody else. You know?
And honest to God, I mean, people gonna perceive what they want to. I wasn't out there having sex with everybody and dang daddy and everything walking. That wasn't what was going on. But, you know, you have sex with one person, that one person open their mouth and you're automatically a slut anyway. Just because you had sex with somebody disrespectful enough to even put your business out there, that just automatically just proves to some people that what they already think, you know. But yeah, I mean, as far as like people to stay away from, the type of men to stay away from, That is a really wide range question, just because all I can say really is stay away from no good men, which is kind of hard to decipher sometimes. You know, you never know. Sometimes you just don't know until you already are involved with that person, and then shit hits the fan, and then you're like, dang, I messed up. I should not have dealt with this person. You regret that. I have people that I absolutely regret. I want to like delete. If they were on fire, I wouldn't spit on them. Like they are just you know.
Can you somebody?
Yeah. But that's just, you know, that happens. I mean, we're grateful that wasn't our first times, but it's still a part of you that still bothers you to give, you know, such an important piece of you to someone who is not deserving or even worth that. But that's a decision that we as adults made. It's consensual sex. You know, you make that decision, so you carry that, you know.
As long as it's safe.
Yeah, as long as it's safe, you know, and you're an adult. Do what you want to. That's your business. But what else? But yeah, like, so as far as like what people think when they go to college, the type of people to stay away from, they think fraternity boys, they think athletes. What else? DJs, party promoters. I don't know. That's all I can think of, really. That's the thing to stay away from. Now, I'm gonna say this because, and I may be biased. I'm a member of a sorority and a fraternity, so I may be biased, but I really don't think so. I'm really not a biased person. I generally don't pick sides like that. Excuse me. But I don't think that generalization is fair. I do know people in fraternities and athletes and DJs and party promoters who are dogs. But I also know the other side, who are gentlemen who are married, who have fiancés, who have, you know, children, who are hardworking and gentlemen. You know, I know both sides of that. So I think it's unfair if I was to say, stay away from this type of dude, because really it's just stay away from bad men. Because bad men could wear a suit and be in class every day with a 4.0. Bad men, you know, they
have a lot of accomplishments.
They can have a lot of accomplishments.
Have a lot of admirers.
Have a lot of money. Bad men can go to church. Yep. You know, bad men could be in any shape or form. You just don't know. You know, and so I can't say stay away from this type of dude because he's this and he's that. Because wolves, sheep clothing. It happens all the time. It's happened to us.
Yes,
it's happened to the best of us. Like, you know, you get played all the time by a dude that looks safe. Mm-hmm. You know, looks can be deceiving. Yeah. And the men that look unsafe can be the safest. You know, you just never know. It's all about like trial and error. Whew. But yeah, we've dealt with a lot of like crazy people. We've dated all in all types of ways. We've online dated. We, you know, tried these apps. You go to parties and find people. You know, all types of stuff.
Let me just say, dating sucks, and dating really sucks when you're in college.
Mm-hmm, because people they're trying to sow their wild oats. Like they're not trying to settle down. Not everybody. There are people who are trying to settle down, but a lot of people in college are just trying to explore themselves and learn themselves. And you can't fault them for that because they're young, and you know, we're told that's what you're supposed to do. However, if you're really serious and really trying to find a husband or a wife, it can be difficult in college just because everybody has the same mindset that, you know, they're just there to have fun. And, you know,
it's not impossible. 4 years. There are some people that they do find their wives and husbands in college. But I just have not experienced
me either.
and or seen this actually take place in my, you know.
I've seen it take place. It just not for me. But yeah, I mean, it happens. You know, don't be discouraged, but also don't come to college thinking that your freshman year you're gonna find your husband. The likeliness of that is not really high now.
And you don't want that.
I mean, you could, and maybe you do want that. Who knows?
Well, depending on your, you know, your mode, depending on what path of life that you want. You know, it's up to you.
But usually the people who leave college and get engaged and are married, they do that around their junior year. That's when they start like being serious. But freshman and sophomore years is all about the games they're playing. Oh, let's talk about this ratio and why it is not in women's favor to find their husbands in college. The ratio at Tuskegee University alone is 15-1. That's 15 women to 1 man. So, honest to God, I've seen men get really excited about hearing this ratio. They're like, oh my God, I can have 15 girls. That's literally how they feel when they hear this ratio. But that's I mean, it's really sad that there's more women in college than there are men. I mean, I really hope that my brother starts to, you know, come into college in full force. Really proud of those that are, and even those that aren't, you know. Your accomplishments are great no matter what they are. But that ratio is a huge gap, a huge difference. So just imagine 15 to 1, that could be 3 different women talking to the same guy. Don't even know it. So that's also a big problem in college. And that's not to say don't trust nobody, but
be discerning. Just be discerning.
Yeah.
Just
be really careful.
Everybody's guilty until proven innocent. Pretty much.
This girl. She's like cup half empty. But yeah, that can be really discouraging in itself.
But the world's a big place.
Yeah,
you know, just because you're at one university, one college, one town, you know, with these one group of people, it doesn't mean that everybody is the same everywhere.
No.
And
especially because we're in a small town, and like there's, you know, we're the only college in this community. But the thing is, if you're in a big town with several colleges, that's can be completely different. And you don't even have to date people at your school. Like, that is not something you have to do. I don't. Hell. So like
I tried twice.
I tried once. But yeah, I mean, you can date outside your school. You can go to other universities and travel. Being a part of the 2 organizations that I'm in, I traveled a lot for sorority events and stuff like that. And so I meet people from other schools. I've dated people at other schools 3 hours away, an hour away. Like, I mean, it is what it is. You just branch out. Like, don't limit yourself to your home base just because it's what's comfortable. Maybe what's for you is not even on that campus. You just never know. But I want to get into plus size dating because this was something that was specifically asked of me. And so I just want to talk about like the stigma with plus size dating and sex. The sexual act is no different from any other sexual act. Pretty sure all the same parts work the same way. You know, I mean, this is a legit question though. Like, and it's not saying like that's not a smart question, because it is. I'm answering it sarcastic like that because there's dumb answers. Not because it's a dumb question, but because people really think for whatever reason that the parts are different or something. I don't even know. But there's a stigma to plus size dating. Men in general sometimes are ashamed to admit that they're attracted to plus size women. They're definitely backdoor, closed door type of fetishes or something, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I don't know. But I've even experienced this where men will privately tell me that they're attracted to me. In public, they will act like they don't know me.
That's whack.
Whack as hell. Like, grow up. I've also experienced where men will, you know, try to have sex with me and then they'll like deny it later or act like, you know, that it never happened. So, you know,
where are you?
They care too much about what society thinks, about what their friends think, what their family thinks. But that just comes with confidence. And if you, being a plus size woman or a woman in general, you just need to have confidence enough to know that if a man treats you like that and acts like that,
deuces.
Like, I don't care. You know, it honestly does not even bother me. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, honest to God, I've never cried over that type of thing. I ain't never been in my feelings about that. Nothing, because I'm not in need of attention. When one man go out the door, there's 2 more knocking on it. Like, I'm not in need of attention. I am a beautiful, you know, coming. Exactly. Like, I'm beautiful as I'm bad as to any man who is interested in me. I could be ugly as to a man who's not interested in me, and guess what? I ain't interested in you. I don't care. So it is what it is, you know. So you just gotta have confidence and just be like, whatever. Maybe I'm not your cup of tea. What's for me is for me. What's not for me is not for me.
And if you too afraid to admit that you like somebody, like, you're not a man.
You don't need them.
You're not a man. You're not grown up. You're not grown, so
closed mouths don't get fed. So I mean,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and you gotta know your worth, know what you bring to the table. And I personally know that I bring a lot to the table. So if any man is, ashamed to say that they're with me or that they like me because of a physical feature that they feel like is embarrassing, then they're childish anyway. Like, there's so much more to me than my hips and curves. I mean, they're nice as fuck too, but there's so much more to us as women than our bodies anyway. So if you can't appreciate any of us for anything more than just that, then you don't belong no way. Well, I mean, that shows me where your mindset was in the first place. So just to answer your question about plus size dating and relationships, it's like anything else. You just gotta be careful of the ones with fetishes, the ones who's not here for you, but here for your booty, your body, whatever. Those are ones who are closeted behind the closed doors. And then you gotta know the ones that just appreciate and love you, like who really just want you. They're not sitting here like, ooh, I just need me a big girl, but they're just like, I need you. There's the difference. If a dude approach me and be like, oh, I like big girls, I need me a plus size woman, I need me a big girl, bye. Because that could be anybody. Okay. But if you approach me and be like, I need a you in my life, now that's different. That's something completely different. That's a whole nother statement. You just need my type of woman, you need me, I can deal with that. But don't tell me you need my body type tag. Fuck out of here. Do you have anything else to contribute?
Also, I wanted to talk a little bit about dating when you struggle with depression or mental illness.
I got a condo in Manhattan. Baby girl, what's happening? You and your ass invited, so gonna get to clapping. Go pop it for a plan, pop it for me. Turn around and drop it for a plan, drop it for me. I'll rent a beach house.